Hey, it's good to see you. So
Good to see you.
got her first triple double in a Mercury uniform tonight. Can you talk to me about how much it means to her?
Yeah,
and
I
the
mean,
team?
I think AT's just her all around game is pretty impressive. Two things. If Sammy would have hit one more three, AT would have had 16 assists. So we're gonna have to talk to Sammy about that a little bit because then she'd have the franchise record, right? With 16 assists. Yeah. Yeah, and the other thing, I think just when she rebounds it really, changes the game because now she can push and transition. But yeah, I was just really proud of our group. Obviously, AT set the tone. We did not have a very good performance in Dallas. Dallas had, they played a good game, and I didn't think that we were up to the challenge that night. That was probably the first time all year. And so I'm really proud of our group for responding the way they did without Satu and Kyle.
Coach, at the beginning of the year, Sammy's shot, it was sort of struggling to fall, but you and her teammates kept saying, keep shooting, keep shooting, keep shooting. When she has a game like this, just how impressed were you with her from a mental perspective of just continuing to shoot the ball even when the shot it wasn't falling?
Well, two things. Met with our leadership committee today and talked about the game and where we're at, and we told her we needed 10 to 12 threes tonight. So she was one short, but she got in the range. Yeah, I mean, what Sammy is about is just she's self-made, and give her credit to be doing what she's doing at her age. Her work ethic is second to none. I mean, yesterday she got two workouts in before the start of practice. She's been everything we've hoped for and more. Just her professionalism, her approach when she speaks up, no one can question her because everyone knows she's about the right stuff. And so I'm just really glad I've gotten the opportunity to coach someone like her because she's special, and it's great to have her here.
Coach, when the game is kind of out of hand the way it got, and it's at that point is pretty much almost over by the end of it, and certain players like Sammy kind of flirting with DT's record, and Melissa almost getting a triple double, then getting it. What goes into the decision making of having to decide? Okay, there's the blowout. I got to protect them, but also I want to give them a chance to get this.
Yeah, really good question. I don't know if there's a right answer. I think that's I want to see Sammy go for 40. But yeah, I mean, she was getting tired, and I also, as part of my job is to protect my players. I've seen it go both ways, right? Sometimes they get those career highs, or you leave them in a little bit too long, and so I left them as long as I could. And I wanted a dead ball so the crowd, the X Factor, could give them the love that they deserved.
Because we've talked a lot about Sammy and Alyssa two-player actions.
Yeah.
Felt like today was a season high for that usage.
Yeah.
With the way that Alyssa was guarded in the last game against Dallas, was that kind of an adjustment or an emphasis for you all to get into that because of the space conceit?
Yeah, we're gonna see different stuff collectively as a staff for the first time. AT has seen everything. I think Dallas maybe dropped their big a little bit more than we had seen. Some people are picking her up, some are back. She's seen it all. It's more like, how can we help her in those situations? We've been talking a lot about two-game pitch, our DHOs, and we were trying to get into some more tighter DHOs at the free throw line. So yeah, I mean, these games are fun because it's a back-to-back against the same team. Kind of prepares you a little bit for the playoffs, making adjustments. I thought our staff did a really good job of coming up with some different ideas to get AT and Sammy in some two-game actions. And then obviously Sammy came out and she was on fire, and it just opened so much stuff up.
So, team this type of game, especially coming off of last game, what type of statement do you think that makes about the way this team plays?
Well, I think the statement is we weren't happy with how we played last game. We responded. You know, we didn't hang our heads because Ka and Satu were out. This was a good opportunity for some others to step up. I'd like to point out Kiana. I mean, this is probably her career high. You know, she played some big minutes, played extremely well. She hasn't gotten much time, and she was ready tonight.
Speaking of Kiana Williams minutes, can you talk to me about her playing time as well and how she has made a difference?
Yeah, I mean, tonight was the first time she really has gotten some run. I've been very impressed with her professionalism and approach. She's super smart. Going through the plays, we only needed to go through it one time, and she had it. And so, you know, big reason she's here is because she was with Sammy in Seattle. Sammy said a lot of great things about her and her approach. And she's really fit into our culture and our team. And she's about the right stuff, and we're happy she's here.
In the Dallas game, the game in Dallas, Uru and McCollum were a problem for you.
Yep.
What did you do to turn that around, and how much was Mac part of that in not only starting, but just the way she played tonight?
Yeah, I thought tonight was one of Mac's better games. She had a great training camp, and you know she was injured for a month or so, and we got into a rhythm with Kat as the starter. But yeah, I thought Mac and Kalani both did a really good job of battling their bigs. In that game in Dallas, I believe they shot 31 free throws. Uru shot 12, way too many. Tonight, total, they shot 12. So that was a big focus of us. Ours tonight is keep, defend, be physical without fouling. They had, I believe, 26 points in the paint in the first half and finished with 34. And so we won the paint tonight, and that's why we won the game.
You started the game with Alyssa Thomas starting Paige Beckers, and she ended up with probably one of her least efficient games of the season. What were some of the keys of that defensive matchup that you think worked in Alyssa's advantage?
AT just being tough as heck, like making it hard, right? She knew that we were going to be shorthanded. She asked for that matchup, and Paige is a great player. She got 11. I don't know how many she scored on AT, 4 or 5 maybe. So we had to move her off of her because of fouls, but I thought AT really set the tone with the defensive pressure on Paige.
Because we've seen a lot of teams going to cross matching and trying to do things to flatten out or slow your offense down. What have been the conversations with your team on the offensive end to kind of undo it or counterpunch it?
Get it to AT and let her make some decisions. No, we're trying to figure this out on the move. With injuries, our team has really bought into our spacing, which is important. We want to give each other room to be aggressive and play downhill. We want to shoot at the rim, and we want to shoot threes. And people run hard because they know AT is going to reward them. People are cut hard because they know AT is going to reward them. And so she's completely bought into being that playmaker for us. I think she's enjoyed having shooters around her. And, there's going to be nights like this where we get hot, get some stops, and are able to play in transition and get threes.
Coach, before the game tonight, you were talking about how last week against Dallas that the energy defensively wasn't where it usually was. Tonight, you guys were aggressive at the point of attack, harassing ball handlers in the pick and roll. What pleased you most on that side of the ball? Yeah,
I mean, the message, the challenge before the game was grit and toughness. Grit and toughness. That's what we just kept hitting home with. We've been good this year so far because our defense has been good. And the defense has slipped the last 4 or 5 games for whatever reason. I thought tonight we came out and set the tone early in the first half. And we have the ability to guard. You got to do it for 40 minutes.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.